Hey everyone, this is Chris here. Thought I'd give you guys an update on the Canaries. It's been a couple weeks since I've done a video for you guys. I've had quite a bit of change. One of the biggest things that I've done is I have gotten rid of one of my stacks of breeding cages that I had here. So I've been able to condense my pairs that are still breeding, the ones that aren't breeding, and the babies I've been able to put into these flight cages. There's some down here on the bottom too, you can see them. Also, one of the things I wanted to talk about is a few weeks back I had done a video on my heater going out, and it got really cold in my bird shed overnight. You know, we're here, it's winter time here, and when the heater went out, you know, my bird shed went from 75 degrees down to 35 degrees in one night. And you know, luckily I didn't lose any birds at the time, but I talked about, you know, I'm hoping that my birds don't get any colds or it doesn't send them into a molt or anything like that. And so just kind of wanted to give you an update on some of these birds and kind of the effects that it had on them. You know, so we'll start up here with my Stafford pair. The hen, she developed a cold about a few days after. I tried to keep my shed a little bit warmer after I'd fixed my heater, just to try and prevent any sickness or anything like that. But the hen, she still got a little sick, got a cold, so I had separated her, put her under a heat lamp, tried to give her some antibiotics, but she didn't make it. She ended up passing, and you know, she was about 4.5 years old. I don't know if that really had an effect on her immune system or not, but I wasn't able to save her, and so it was kind of a bummer, and it sent this male into a molt. So he's molting right now, actually. This hen over here, kind of the same thing, kind of heard her starting to sniffle and cough a little bit, so I put her on some antibiotics. She's got about 2 days left. She's doing much better. She's a lot more active. You can see that she's active. She's responding to male singing. You know, she's not sniffing or coughing anymore or anything like that, and so that's good. I'm still not going to breed her. She's done for the year, but I'm glad that she's doing a lot better, and so hopefully she'll stay on the up mend there. So down here I have one of my Mosaic Canaries or pairs, and she's sitting on 4 eggs. 3 of the 4 are fertile. She's been on them for about a week now, so hopefully next week we'll get some babies hatching out for us. But they're doing good. So this is her second round. The male back there, this is his first time breeding, so we'll see how he does. So far he's done really good. He's bonded well with the female, and you know, feeding her on the nest and whatnot, so which is a really good sign. So she's sitting tight. Over here I have another pair. The hens here, the male, he's kind of an escape artist. See right here, there's a little bit of a hole right there. He likes to escape through there. I've never had any canaries escape, but he's sitting over here. I'll have to catch him and throw him back in. I seem to do that about every day, so I'll have to cover this up. So she had laid 2 eggs and both were fertile, but when I had condensed my cages, she was over here, and I brought their cage over here. I kept them in the same cage, but I moved places. You know, this is her first time. She's a young canary. She stopped sitting on her eggs. I was able to save one of the eggs, and I moved it down into this pair who's sitting on them, and I can update you on that. So I moved her eggs, so I'm going to let her lay one more time, since this would be her second time anyways laying eggs. So if I can keep the male in there, which he likes to just fly around, and he likes to eat all my plants over here. He's been gnawing on them when he escapes. But so yeah, so we'll let them lay another round. She's been building her nest back up again, looking to breed for a second round. Down here I have one of my males. When my heater went out, it sent him into a molt as well, so he's molting right now. And down here I have another Mosaic pair. And when my heater went out, it also sent this male into a molt. He's still taking care of the hen, but one of the things that I've noticed with my males is if they start molting, they're not really fertile anymore. And so she laid 4 eggs and they're not fertile. So what I did is I took her eggs, put them down here. I was able to save one of the eggs, and the baby actually hatched 2 days ago. So she has a chick in the nest. We'll see if maybe we'll jump her off here and let you take a peek. You can see it squirming down in there. So that, you know, that chick's just a day old. We'll let her raise up that chick. You know, like I said, her other eggs aren't fertile. This will be her last time. I have kept the male in there just to keep her company and help her breed. And so, but yeah, so we have one chick from them. Down here I have my lipochrome pair. Same thing. She had laid 4 eggs, and when I had moved the cages over, she jumped off the eggs. So I was really bummed about that. So I'm gonna let her do lay one more clutch if she wants. She started to play with the nesting material. She still has the one chick that she raised in there, which it's weaned. I need to take it out and put it down here with the others, but I haven't taken it out yet. You know, it hasn't been a nuisance. It hasn't been jumping in and out of the nest or anything like that. But so we'll pull that one out, and that one's actually a red factor canary. It's not even one of theirs. She fostered it from the red factor pair, and so but we'll probably end up keeping that chick because it doesn't have any dark marks on it, which is something that I've been looking for the red factors, you know, an all red canary. So we'll probably hold on to that baby for next year to breed. So that's this pair. So hopefully we'll let them start breeding again. Do one more round. You know, we're kind of coming towards the end of the breeding season. All my pairs, you know, this is their second round or third time laying eggs. So if it doesn't work out for whatever reason, you know, they're done. We'll separate them, pull them out. We can show you some of all my chicks in here. So all of these are mainly my Mosaic chicks. I do have my red factor and lipochrome hen in there that bred for me earlier this year. So I have 8 chicks in here. Sorry, they're kind of flying around. They're crazy. So they're just starting to molt. I can see some orange and some red coming in on some of them. So looks like we have about 4 males and 4 females. We'll see what happens when they molt out. Some of them have a lot darker yellow on them and a lot more of it too. So we'll see what happens here with these guys, and hopefully we'll get a good turnout with them color-wise and see which ones we want to keep for next year. And I've also sold 4 of those chicks. I typically don't try and sell them until they're all the way molted out, but I had a breeder come and take some from me. So down here I have my red factor babies, my 2 Stafford babies. I have my 1 male red factor in there. He's molting right now, so he's fine staying in here with the babies because he's not aggressive right now. He's not in breeding mode. You can see they're starting to get some of their color in. They're starting to get a little bit of red and orange up on their feathers. So hopefully we'll get a good turnout with these guys. I'm interested to see how they turn out. I'm actually, so probably by the next video that I do for you guys, I had moved my male Goldians that were in here, and I had moved them out into this flight right here. But the issue I'm running into is, you know, I have wire between here, and they can see the females that are in here, so they're starting to sing a lot more, and I don't want that. I'm gonna take them out so they can't see the hens, so that they all go into their molt together, so that we're not having any issues there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the males, I'm gonna put them back in here in this cage, and then I'm gonna take all of my baby canaries and I'm gonna move them out here and open up the flight so they can have the whole aviary to fly around and get some good exercise, get some sunlight. hopefully that'll help in the development and them bringing in their adult feathers and be a little bit more healthier for them. I like to have strong birds that have the opportunity to fly a lot and strengthen their wings and their chest muscles. That, you know, helps for healthy birds, and also for them to get direct sunlight. So if they can get that direct sunlight, that also helps add, you know, nutrients and vitamins into their bodies without me having to supply it. And so yeah, so that's the update on the canaries. You know, so we got 1 chicken there. Hopefully we'll have 3 chicks hatch out here by the end of the week. I'm gonna let her lay one more time, and I'm gonna let them lay one more time, and then after that we'll be done for the year. And so my bird lights just turned out, guys, so we're gonna let you go and have a good week.